There it is, the one-car garage. The 78 Bronco's been sitting since 1995. Well, let's go in and take a look. Here she is, in 1978 Ford Bronco, sitting in this one-car garage since 1995. Original paint. The previous owner put a 460 in place of the 400. I purchased this Bronco in 1984 in San Bernardino, California. Drove it every day until 1989, and I moved back east. Drove it a little while, and I had no oil pressure at idle, so I parked it. So I've got the front end off. It's getting new fenders, new inner fenders, new grille, driver's side door. Motor's coming out to get me rebuilt. But before it comes out, I'm going to put these brackets I got from a place in Texas, as the Hedman headers that I purchased would not fit with these homemade motor mounts that this guy, original owner, put in. Got a 3-inch body lift, 4-inch suspension lift from Super Lift. Remember, this is done in the mid 80s, 85, 86. Had to raise the bumpers 3 inches to compensate for the body lift. Extend the shifter linkage, extend all the brake lines. The thing about the original radiator, I just pulled it out, it's got a big huge crack in it. Don't know why. It's getting new seat bushings, new brakes, new rotors. Yeah. Parked since 1995. 89,000 miles. Factory air, cruise control, tilt wheel, no power windows though. It's a Ranger XLT. Funny story about this interior. I worked with a guy that was born in Tijuana, Mexico. And sometimes we drive to work together. The original seats were ripped. And he's like, hey man, let's go to Tijuana. You can get the seats done cheap. And I said, oh, okay. So one Saturday we went to an upholstery shop there in Tijuana. The guy goes, yeah, we can do the seats, front seats, any way you want, with the rear seat, $80. Remember, this is like 1985. He says, let me take you to my other shop, my other building. You can pick out the material. So I'm not making this up. He took us back of his pickup truck with chickens in cages. Took us to this other building where the upholstery was stacked to the ceiling. He says, any material you want. So I picked out this brown vinyl and the corduroy. And man, they did a nice job. I've had it covered up for all these years. Saved it. You know, back in the 80s, I extended the roll cage to the original roll bar from the factory. So the next step, before the motor comes out, take these old homemade motor mounts out, put these new brackets in to give me more room for the headers. Make sure everything works. Motor's coming out, gets rebuilt. That'll be the next step. Oh, stay tuned. Yeah, okay, so I got the homemade frame mounts out that the previous owner made, and I got these brackets from Texas. And wow, they fit really nice, no gaps, all the holes line up, really nice. Not cheap though, 300 bucks. But hopefully next step is seeing if the headers fit. Oh yeah, here is the old exhaust manifold, passenger side. Nice crack in there. C9VE. It's a 69. So I don't know what they're from. 69 something or other. Alright, next step headers, see if they fit. Okay, bad news. These Fitment headers, part number 89840, does not fit. This side isn't bad. Looks like I cut a little bit off that back of that mount and modify that to the other side. But passenger side, not even close. It's a good 2 inches away. Half that frame out would have to be cut. So, alright, back to the drawing board. Happy with the frame mounts though. Maybe I'll call that company and see what headers they recommend. So, wow, this is going to hold everything up. I don't want to pull the motor out until I get this squared away. I don't want to be cutting the new motor in there. So, alrighty, stay tuned.